Beauty isn't visible. Don't know why people think it is. Perhaps because at times there are physical manifestations suggesting beauty exists in a person. But don't be fooled. Beauty isn't the packaging, it's the treasure wrapped up inside. And our special guest tonight is truly a treasure. Please welcome one of the most beautiful people in the industry with the warmest heart and the kindest soul, Deepika Padukone. Deepika, welcome to Starry Nights.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, you must have got umpteen compliments for your beauty. Do you remember which is the most beautiful compliment you got for your beauty?
Oh God, what a question to start with. I didn't expect that one. No, but I think when people see me in person and when they say that you're more beautiful in person, or more importantly, I think when people say you're such a lovely, warm person, I think that is what really stays with me, because that's how my parents have brought me up. That's what is important for me and for them. And I think that's what I treasure more.
So we were right when we said warmest heart and kindest soul.
I hope so.
What were you like when you were a child?
I was extremely naughty growing up, or at least definitely for the first 5 years until my sister was born. So I think when it was just me, I think, like my mother says, Deepika was never at ground level. I was apparently always, climbing on top of chairs and tables and, troubling people. And
Perhaps that's why it was so easy for you to climb right to the top.
So yeah, always, I was a brat, but with good intentions, never, just naughty. I think that's the right word. Until my sister was born. And apparently after my sister was born, I really became more maternal, calmed down a lot, became very protective and possessive of her, and apparently I changed.
But does your stardom now allow you to continue with your naughtiness, or you've just left it behind?
No, I think I'm still inherently, I'm very shy, which often comes across as, maybe just keeping to myself or reserved, but it comes from just inherently being very shy. And it takes a lot for me to be social and to put myself out there. It takes a lot. But yeah, I think for my, for my family and my friends who I've grown up with, or, where I have, grown up, people I've grown up with, I think I'm more or less the same. I think I'm still the little naughty. There is a lot of that.
There is.
A lot of directors say that also. A lot of directors say that beneath all the shyness, there's a glint of naughtiness. Yeah.
But for a person who is a self-confessed shy person, you've been pretty open, whether it's about your depression or about your relationships. Isn't that a paradox?
No, I don't think being shy has anything to do with being honest. I think for me, being shy means, I sort of keep to myself. I am, I'm awkward in social situations, but it's a matter of time. I think, I think some people just inherently have that outgoing nature when they, they can mix and mingle with anyone. And I'd love to do that. And I make the effort, but inherently I'm shy. But that's very different from being honest and open about, anything about my life.
And how important is success to Deepika Padukone?
It's important. I wouldn't say success is important for me. I think for me, I would consider myself successful if I'm happy. I think being peaceful, being happy, being there for people who need me, being there for my friends and family when they need me, for me, that is successful. If I'm going to have all the money and fame and success in the world, but not really enjoy it in the truest way possible, what is the point of being superficially successful?
But it is also said that money can buy a lot of happiness. You agree?
Not at all.
Not at all?
No.
So then pass the money here. You be happy.
Absolutely. Please take all of it. I think for me, all, whether it's the money or everything else that comes, it comes with the work that I've put in.
True. Very true.
that's not my driving force. The work.
It has never been your driving force?
No.
Or in the initial stages it was?
No.
Never.
Never.
Never has money been your driving force. Because of your middle class upbringing, was it so?
No, I would say maybe that has a factor. That's a factor as well. But I'm passionate about what I do, and I don't think, like I said, for me, I've never thought about the money. I've never thought about if I do this, then I'll do this because the result will be that. I've never thought of the result. I've actually really thought about, the only thing I've thought about is that creative experience. And I've never really worried about anything else. And yeah, that's the way I've been brought up.
We keep hearing about stars being treated like kings and queens on the sets. Very, very protected. And you all have the best facilities, which the other crew members might not have.
Yes, I agree. But I also think one cannot generalize. I think some perks are allowed. I think some perks actors should be allowed, because at the end of the day, it's our face that's going in front of the camera. And I think what is important is the actor's mood. So I think a little bit should be allowed. But yes, I think it's, again, I think it's a relative thing. I think it's a generation thing. I think it's it also depends from individual to individual. You know, I do know some actors can be ridiculously vain, ridiculously unreasonable also. So I think it's up to each team to decide how much they want to extend themselves and not.
You spoke about moodiness. Are you a moody actress, a moody person?
I hope not. I don't know. You're asking me questions about me that I don't know. I really can't. I can't answer those questions. I can tell you what I think, but it may not be the truth. I'd like to believe, like I said,
We'd like to believe that you speak the truth and the whole truth and only the truth.
No, like I said, I'd like to believe that I'm an easy person to work with. Yes, am I particular? Yes, I'm very particular. For me, being professional is very important. For me, being efficiency is very important. For me, being truthful and honest is very
important.
So these three things are very important for me. And if that's not in place, yes, these are the things that can upset me. But I also think I'm extremely patient. This is what I'm told. I'm telling you what people tell me.
Yeah, very true.
I'm told that I'm a very, very patient person. So that much I can tell you.
So I think I liked your point about ask the people who work with me and around me. So now I'll change the question and say, do you have or have you acted with moody co-stars?
Yeah, I have.
And name one or two. Don't say it will be unfair to them.
I have worked with moody actors.
Yes.
But because I'm so patient, I don't allow it to affect.
Doesn't matter, but we want to know who are the moody stars. Yes.
Oh God. Oh my God. Fine. Disclaimer, I know I'm going to get into a lot of trouble with this, but I promise you won't. Anyway, I think Farhan and I think Ranveer. I think they're both very moody people.
Really?
Yeah. Moody actors when they're on set. Yeah.
Ranveer looks like this gregarious person, full of life, full of beans.
Very moody actors.
Really?
I'm talking purely like co-star to co-star on set experience.
Yeah, we're not talking about boyfriend, girlfriend at all.
I'm going to get into so much trouble for this. I know it. Fine, I'll just deal with it.
You know, there was a time, much before you entered the industry, where heroines used to be accompanied by their mamas to the sets. Have you ever taken your mom to the set? Not as a visitor or as somebody to see the shooting, but as your...
No. The only time that my mother came with me once and my father came with me once was when I was a model. I had just started off.
Okay.
And it was literally my first campaign and then my second campaign. And I was 17 or 18 at that time. But after that, the minute they found out that there's an agency and there's something called an agency, this whole agency system is a relatively new thing to our culture.
Very true.
And so, if I'm not mistaken, myself and maybe Katrina were the first people to sign up with an agency. And at that time, it used to be a very new thing.
Is that the only common thing between you and Katrina?
I guess. I don't know. I guess.
Okay. Nothing else?
I'm sure we've had co-stars in common.
Okay.
We've had events in common. I'm sure we've had a lot of other things in common.
What is the scene like between actresses? Of course, you've done 2 heroine projects also. In the good old days, when 2 heroines were cast in a film, people used to wait for gossip magazines because there used to be stories about cat fights. These days, one doesn't hear of cat fights. Are there no cat fights, or are you all very smart to not let them out?
Honestly, today, considering there's nothing like privacy because of camera phones and social media, if there was, I'm sure everyone would know. So I just think everyone is cordial with each other, and I think everyone is focused on their work, which is what we're here to do.
And what is a typical day without shooting? I know you mustn't have had a shooting-less day for years together, but what is a typical day when you're not shooting, not dubbing, not doing anything related to the film you're working on?
I clean my house.
Even now?
Yeah.
So you're a hands-on household person?
Yeah.
You cook also?
I cook occasionally. But if I cook, then I can't clean. I prefer cleaning. But I cook. I enjoy being in the kitchen.
Do the others also enjoy when they have to eat the food? I'm sure, yes.
I hope so. I hope so.
And you're a cleanliness freak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I like cleaning. I mean, I find it very therapeutic. Of course, it works because I'm constantly traveling. I'm constantly living out of suitcases.
Yes.
So it helps to clean my cupboards and to pack and to unpack. I like doing all of that. I do it physically myself. I don't allow anyone else to do it. And just generally household things that need to be looked into and addressed. And I don't think my issues are any different from anyone else's. I have the same carpentry issues and the same plumbing issues.
But probably you aren't aware of most of them. They're taken care of.
No, I'm aware of everything.
Really?
Yeah. I'm extremely hands-on.
And even if you're out of the country, out of the city?
I know everything.
So how often do you ring up back home?
Back home, my home,
yes,
or back home, my parents? Because my family lives in Bangalore.
So yes, your home or your parents' home or your friends' homes?
I call often. I call my parents when I'm traveling. Maybe I call them once in 2-3 days. And I talk to all 3 of them. My home, I may not speak to them every day, but I get an update of everything that is happening, what jobs were done, what jobs were not done, which is why I know everything that's happening and not happening.
You don't need to answer the third part because Ranveer said she calls up every hour when she's away.
What?
Yeah, he said, oh, he's lying.
He said
thought
to
he's
who?
very honest. He said to me.
I don't believe that.
So how many hours a day?
Why Ranveer? Why not somebody else?
Okay, then Ranveer.
Oh God, I wish. I really wish.
Deepika, we've had a lot of fun, of course, but now time for more fun.
What is this?
Rapid fire questions, and better be honest because we've got a machine which will go beep, beep, beep if you're dishonest.
Okay. Oh God.
So the first set of questions, only yes or no. Did you ever want to quit the industry?
No.
Have you refused a film because of its co-actor?
No.
Have you ever created a tamasha on a film set?
No.
Has a female actor hit on you?
Yes.
Have you cried reading a gossip piece about you?
Cried? No.
You don't cry easily, huh?
No. I do cry easily, but not at gossip. Please.
And in the next set of questions, you have to answer only in one word, or probably in a couple of words. The most cliched answer you give in interviews.
Can you change that question and say the most cliched question that you're asked?
Okay, the most cliched question you're asked.
Tell us about your character.
Yes. What makes you say Om Shanti Om?
What makes me say Om Shanti Om? My family.
Your love aajkal is?
My sister.
Who do you go for relationship advice to?
I should be going. I don't go to anyone.
Never, huh? The most romantic...
My friends maybe, but you know, the heart does its own thing. So you follow your heart, and you know, I'm all heart. Everything I do, I just, you know, I don't think too much about it. And maybe, you know, I'm sure I've done some good things, and maybe I've done some not so correct things. And then I sort of talk to my friends about it. I never take any advice from anyone.
The most romantic thing someone has ever done for you?
The most romantic. Oh God. I'm sure there's a lot, but if I had to think of one thing now that comes to my mind, it would be that I wanted to learn to play an instrument, and the instrument arrived at my house a few days later.
Now there are some firsts. You have to say what comes to your mind immediately when I say this. First day of shooting.
Kutte Kamine.
First paycheck.
You want to know the amount?
Anything.
Oh, it was for a fashion show I walked.
First celeb crush.
This is very embarrassing. First celeb crush. I had a few. Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic. I had posters of him in my room. And
Which used to kiss every now and then.
Did I tell you that?
I'm smart.
How do you know that?
I'm plain smart.
I was
Don't you know
just going
that?
to say, my friend and I bought the same posters, and I was jealous of her because these posters were available outside school or in whatever those fancy shops, wherever you get stationery. But so all of them would sell the same posters. So she and I had two of the same posters, but she had one poster that I could not find anywhere. So that was a unique Leonardo DiCaprio poster, and so I was always jealous. But anyway, we stuck it above our bed, and we would say goodnight to him every night before we sleep. And also Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys and Arjun Rampal.
Arjun Rampal, huh? Oh. And you met all three of them in real life?
I've only met Arjun.
And
worked with him.
And did you tell him?
Yeah. And he knows.
He knows. Your first date?
It was a movie, I think, when I was 13.
Your first kiss? In the movie hall?
Next question.
First breakup? You can't say next question.
I mean, I think everyone knows. I think it's pretty public.
I don't know. I don't read gossip magazines.
Really?
So you feel bad about breakups?
At the point, yeah, you do. But then I think as time passes, you realize why, and you realize that maybe, something's happened for a reason.
What ifs? What if you were in a Hindi remake of Charlie's Angels? Who would the other angels be?
So many people. I mean, over here, I'd love for maybe Sonakshi or Sonam or Anushka to be my angels.
Angels. What if you were a genie? What wishes would you grant to the following? Kangna Ranaut.
I wish her peace.
Imtiaz Ali. There's something naughty going on in your head. You might.
There's
as well
a lot going on.
Yes,
in
so
my
please
head
come
right
out
now
with it.
because
Please come out.
I can see his face. I wish him.
You don't have to be la di da.
I wish him true love. He'll know exactly what I'm saying.
Karan Johar.
What do I wish Karan? Oh God.
He has everything.
He has everything. I don't know. What would I give Karan? He has everything. He doesn't need anything. In fact, he has so much he can give us some.
Ranbir Kapoor.
What would I grant Ranbir? Oh God.
Can I suggest?
Yeah.
Deepika Padukone.
Oh God. You should be this genie.
What would you grant him?
I would grant him the most amazing sneakers in the world because he's obsessed with sneakers.
Ranveer Singh. You can say he has everything.
I would grant him a new wardrobe.
Oh, so you're embarrassed by his wardrobe?
I'm not embarrassed at all.
But he
I
can
would more.
enhance.
Different.
Okay. What if you had a Swayamvar? Which three actors from the industry would you want to participate?
I would say, can I have 4?
Okay.
Ranbir, Siddharth Malhotra, and Fawad.
Fawad Khan. And our next question is, out of these 3, now changed to 4, whom would you garland?
Who would I garland? Oh God.
You can't think so long. It's a rapid fire. It has to come, and as you said, I'm all hard.
Fawad.
Fawad Khan. Oh wow. What if you could spread a rumor about yourself, what would it be?
Are there not enough?
But what
Already?
if you... See, they are not created by you.
That my next film is with Woody Allen.
Oh wow. What?
Guys, it's a rumor. It is
Yeah,
a
it'll be
rumor.
written in-
Disclaimer, please.
What if we don't let you go from this interview?
What if you don't let me go? I'll be more than happy to be here. Just feed me.
Okay, fine. We can feed you tons and tons. We've got a lot of fans around, Deepika. Anyway, it was fun, absolute fun chatting with you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
But before you leave, we've got a beautiful certificate for you.
Oh. Thank you. How sweet. Thank you.
That's
so
what we
much.
actually believe you are.
Thank you. This is really sweet. Thank you.
And of course, you're a hamper.
That means I did. Does everyone get a hamper?
No, only Deepika Padukone gets.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the
Thank
show.
you so much. Thank you.
You've never had mood swings, extreme mood swings.
I think we should ask everyone that
Around.
works with me.
And I promise you won't get in trouble. If you get into
If
trouble,
I do,
yes, you
I'm
ring me up.
forwarding
Yes,
all the articles
all
to you and I'm forwarding all the calls to you.
Yes. And I said we can delve deeper. So what was the instrument and who sang it?
You said it's rapid fire and you also said that
I
have to
asked that second question so fast, so rapid.
It means you have to move on to the next question.
Okay.
When does this show end? I just make sure I flee.